Hello everyone, this is Samuel from Lockhart Tactical. Today I'm joined with Scott from the CCFR. Thanks for coming, Scott.
Thanks for having me.
We got some interesting information on a big fight that's going on right now in Ottawa, and it's involving you. Scott, let's hear about it.
Well, the CCFR is arguably the most active and fastest growing gun rights organization in Canada. We're basically a public relations organization that's fighting for everything firearms related for the law-abiding licensed owner in Canada.
That's awesome. Okay, for all the viewers that don't know, right now, like I said, there's a big fight going on. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
The biggest thing right now is Bill C-71, which was introduced in the House of Commons not too long ago. We have two registered lobbyists sitting in Ottawa who will be testifying against that bill and trying to make some sense and provide realistic alternatives to what the government has proposed in the way of this bill.
Okay, and for those who don't know, what exactly is being proposed right now?
All sorts of things are found in this bill, and they're not realistic to the firearms community. They're looking to impose a backdoor registry, whether the government wants to admit that that's what it is or not. It's a document that will be maintained by the government, by the gun store owners, whether they want to do that or not, where the firearms owner, when he wants to sell, lend, trade, give, he has to call in, submit a bunch of information about yourself and the person he's selling the firearm to, and that will be kept on record and accessible by anybody, any law enforcement, whether they have a warrant or not.
So basically, in short, if we're best friends here and I want to lend you my super long hunting shotgun that would never be used in a crime for the weekend, you're telling me that we have to call the CFOs, we have to basically get an authorization to transfer this massive shotgun for the weekend, and then they're going to keep that information for potentially forever.
That's absolutely correct, and it's something that we haven't got any say on the matter. It's going to be something that even if it was a new ownership from a store or a used, for that matter, that store is going to have to maintain those same records for at least 20 years. There's no recourse for a store to keep that private because it's going to be accessible without a warrant to any law enforcement organization in Canada, and for what purpose?
Wow, that's horrific. Okay, so the CCFR right now, they're in Ottawa, or going there I should say. They're going to be fighting against this. What can someone do right now to become part of this movement to help save yourself?
The easiest way to become a part of it is to gain a membership to the CCFR. They can do that through the website, and it's a $40 investment as an individual that is it's fighting for your own rights. You got to fight for yourself sometimes, and that's the best way right off the bat.
Okay, that makes sense. So for all of you who are wanting to take a look here, we're going to have a link in the description below. You can go to the CCFR website, find out more information. As far as what kind of perks are involved, there are some, so can you tell us about them?
First and foremost, there's a $5 million worth of liability insurance that every member will get, whether it's a family membership, an individual membership. Everybody that's on that membership will get that same benefit.
Okay, and for that $5 million of coverage, what exactly is that going to do for the average person who's going to the gun range or going hunting?
There's always a possibility of accidents happening, whether it's property damage or some sort of other personal damage to somebody. That could be extremely expensive for somebody to have to cover if they're called on it. That $5 million is really going to, back a person up and make them feel more comfortable, even to go out and use your firearms.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, if you're hunting, you're driving through some old logging road and you happen to hit something, you would be covered with that as well, correct?
That's my understanding of it, yes.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, $40 a year, that's 3 cheeseburgers. Come on. Okay, what other things can you tell me about the CCFR?
The CCFR, like I said first, it's an educational organization. We're trying to get the word out to the biggest audience is the non-gun owning public, or people, the people who may not know what is actually involved in the firearms community. We've developed videos, we've got all sorts of information put up on a website that you can use to find out answers to your questions, back up your arguments in different conversations, and just really inform yourself. But we do have to educate the non-shooting public, because those are the ones who are being told one thing by the government and not getting back a second opinion or a second point of view.
Okay, I believe when we were talking on the phone before you came to the show here, you mentioned that this bill that's being proposed right now is supposed to be going against the criminals. What is your kind of take on that?
I really wish it was addressed at the criminals. In the bill itself, it talks about nothing gang related. It talks about nothing that would address public safety. Everything is about licensing and addressing the firearms owners that are already known to the government through our PALs or through our licensing system.
So we're trying to fix a problem that doesn't exist by calling the law-abiding citizens the problem instead of going after criminals who are actually wrecking everything for us. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks, government.
Exactly it. That's the best way to put it. Yeah. The biggest thing I want to make known is that we are a completely non-funded organization. Everything is through our memberships, and so the only way to get that strength is to increase the numbers in the membership, so we can have more to fight with and a stronger fight.
I couldn't agree more. As you guys know, Lockhart Tactical is a proud supporter of the CCFR. We're going to continue to be, and we want to make sure that you guys know this information so that you can help yourselves, your friends, everyone around you that's a law-abiding gun owner. You are not the problem. The government needs to stop calling you the problem and do their job to get the bad guys off the streets. Thanks for coming, Scott.
Thanks
It's been a
for having
pleasure.
me.